Hey guys, good evening. It is John Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so glad that you decided to join me. It's 10:30 on January 13th, 2024, Saturday, and we're starting off with a brand new master topic. So welcome. We start on Saturday with a new master topic. We roll all the way through the weekend. We finish them on a Friday. But a big shout out and thank you to every one of you. You know why? Because we currently are with the Inspirations for Your Life show. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let me give you the most accurate numbers because our numbers keep growing. We are at 130,700 downloads. We are publishing now. Tomorrow we'll be publishing our 851th episode. We're in series 3. Definitely want you to go to believemeachieve.com. Check out all my great content, including, don't forget to follow me on TikTok so we can start streaming to their live soon. All right, guys, let's get right into this master topic. The master topic for the week: understand the keys to your journey. And we are all on a journey in life. You might say, I'm not on a journey. Well, you are. You're on a journey every single day of your life. All right, so the master topic is that. And the show topic for today, Saturday, understand how to unlock your journey. Series 3, which means we're in the 3rd year. Show 3, episode number 1. So, I think a lot of times people, get inundated by what a journey really is. But before we could talk about a journey, let's go to Merriam-Webster and talk about key. What is a key? Okay. So, what is a key is very important to understanding our journey. So, a key has lots of meanings. So, a key in its basic sense is a noun. It's a metal instrument that's used to open a lock or to start or access a mechanism. That's not what we're talking about. Something that resembles a key in the form of a function, a means of gaining or preventing entrance, possession, or control, an instrumental or deciding factor, something that gives an explanation or identification or provides a solution. That's very probable to what we could be talking about. A list of words or phrases giving an explanation of symbols or abbreviations. No. An aid to interpretation or identification. Yeah, we could be talking about that. And an arrangement of the salient characters of a group of plants or animals or of taxa designed to facilitate identification. Or a map legend. A part to be depressed by a finger that serves as one unit of the keyboard. No. One of the levers of a keyboard, a musical instrument that actuates the mechanism and produces the tones. A lever that controls a vent in the side of a woodwind instrument or a value in a brass instrument. A system of tones and harmonies generated from a hierarchical scale of 7 tones based on a tonic. A characteristic style or tone, the tone or pitch of voice. There's a lot more, but and there's another one here. The set of instructions governing the encipherment or decipherment of a message. So a free throw area in basketball, but we're talking about key. We're talking about key. And so now that we know what a key is something that's going to help us unlock the passion that we have and to be able to start exhibiting that and taking action. See, that's what a key is. So let's say I said to you, if you want to be a great chef. So one of the keys to being a great chef, first, knowing you have to know how to cook, but knowing how to create something, okay, that is able to not only tantalize people's taste buds, but also their eyes. That's important. And being able to have the right title and description so people will get excited about wanting to order your food. So that's really important there. Another key to being a good chef or a good culinary like myself is to understand the keys of baking or of cooking. And one big key in baking, baking is mise en place, which we learned from the French, where we actually take the time to measure everything out, and then we have everything ready to go, and then it's very easy to just pop it in. All right, so now we could talk about what is a journey. What is a journey? Journey. No, I'm not talking about the group journey. It's a noun. It suggests travel or passage from one place to another. And It's an act or instance of traveling from one place to another. So and this is a noun. When I talk about a journey, I'm talking about your quest every day in life. How or why you do things. That's most important. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And I think the reason why people get lost on our journeys is because sometimes we don't know that we're on a journey. But every single day of our life, ladies and gentlemen, I got news for you. We're on a journey. Every single day of our life, we are on a journey. A journey that helps us get closer or sometimes further away from what we really want. But we have to know the keys in order to be able to have a great journey. Like a musician, for example, to be a good musician, if I asked you right now, what are the keys to being a great musician? What are the keys? So they're basically the qualities or traits: passion, talent, perseverance, versatility, professionalism, stage presence, networking skills, business savviness, technical skills, discipline, and work ethic, right? So when we are going towards something, a lot of times we don't achieve it because we're missing a key. We can pick up that key from someone else. We can pick it up from ourselves because we suddenly realize that it's not, we're missing something. And then we kind of just learn that along the way. All right. We learn that along the way. And if we understand that a key will make us successful, will be one of those characteristics. So what are the keys to being a great baker? Well, there are 6 skills that every baker should have in their repertoire. Understand mise en place, which I just explained to you guys. Clear team communication, attention to detail, creativity with flavor and texture, excellent hand-eye coordination, okay, patience under pressure, okay, and the ability to want to be able, in addition, to want to advance your baking, not because you have to, but because you want to. Um, I asked a lady the other day, and I won't mention where, but it was local. I said, "What do you like to bake?" And I said, and they said to me, "Well, John, it's work." I said, "I know." I said, "But if you were baking something, and let's pretend that you were having fun, what would you like to bake?" And she says, "Nothing." So I said, "Well, what?" She says, "I wouldn't bake, I'd cook." So that was interesting to me because that person that I thought really enjoyed baking doesn't like their job. They hate baking. That was sad when I heard that. And I was like, well, maybe they should be a chef because they like to cook, right? Hmm. So it's interesting, ladies and gentlemen, how we can make these changes in our life and just little tiny pivots. So what are the keys? You guys know I'm working to become a good runner, to being a great runner. What are the keys to being a good runner? Well, first thing is there are supposedly 9 good keys to being a great runner. So one is drink a glass of water. Okay. 2, train for at least 10 minutes. Strength train for 10 minutes. Um, Set a bedtime alarm. Prioritize your runs. Evaluate your shoes. Decide on the promises you're making yourself. Call a fast friend and finish the stride and take a rest day. Okay. But a lot of people, they feel that if they haven't done everything, that they're a failure. Well, they're not a failure, but I think this bothers a lot of people. So what are the keys to being a great speaker? Let's talk about that for a moment. So, there are actually about 10 or 11 qualities of being a great speaker. Do you guys know what they are? Well, I'm going to share them with you. Being a great speaker is not hard, but I got to tell you, it takes practice. It takes practice. And you might say, well, gee, I'm a great speaker. Well, you can always get better. You can always get better. So let me go through these with you. First one is um, precision, being aware, listening, eccentricity, command of your audience and of yourself, openness, a welcomingness, an empathy spirit, storytelling, and operating from authenticity. Wow, that's a lot. Um, Body language is very, very important, right? Because we all know body language communicates more than we're actually saying. But if we think about, public speaking, right? People say, "Oh, I want to be the greatest speaker. I want to be this. I want to." So there are a couple things you can do. You want to make sure also that you practice. You make it personal. You see yourself already achieving a great speech. What do you do with your hands when you're presenting? Well, don't put it in your pocket. Don't do all kinds of things. Like, use them accordingly, but don't feel like you have to be moving them every second. Speak to serve. Deliver the speech authentically, as I've said. Always leave them wanting more. Okay, one of the most valuable lessons that you can learn in communication is that when it comes to public speaking, less is more. And so, understanding this makes sense. So, speak less time, not longer time. Always make your presentation just a tiny bit shorter than you anticipated, and the audience will love you. So, there are keys, ladies and gentlemen, to everything in life. There is keys to even a good relationship. There are keys to everything in life, and I mean everything in life. So, we're going to cover one more point tonight, and that is self discovery. What is self discovery? Um, it's a journey where we start to learn how our mind and body operate and how to be the most optimal. Now, there are tips to finding out about your self discovery. Okay. You always want to protect yourself, like your mental health, mental well being. You always want to have inclusion for yourself and for others, not exclude people or race, religion, sexual orientation, creed, color. And you want to uncover your personal values. Don't worry about what others say. Motivate yourself, and you'll be a star. There are three parts to self discovery: self awareness, discomfort, and intentional living. So we all know self awareness is to understand what we're doing and being conscious of the moment. Discomfort, we always said that you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Intentional living is you live your life with a purpose. That's pretty cool, ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me. That is really cool. So this entire week, we're going to be talking about this very important thing, which is understanding the keys to your journey. That's what we're going to be talking this week with myself through different guests that we're going to have on. So I think you're going to find this to be an amazing week. And I think you're going to realize that if you just take the time, it's 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the day, and figure out, how did my journey go today? Maybe you didn't do anything. Maybe you went somewhere. How could my journey have gone better? Did I learn anything today? And be honest with yourself. You don't have to impress yourself. It's you, right? So, what could I do to make my day better? What could I do? Could I get up earlier? Could I listen more? What could I do? And if I can't do anything, great. So, do the same thing tomorrow. Did you get what you wanted today? Yes? No? These are all questions we have to ask. And I think too many times we ask ourselves, well, did I do this? You want to ask yourself open questions. Um, did I communicate? If how was my communication style? Then you could tell yourself, oh, it was poor, it was lousy, it was great. Don't ask yourself, was I a good communicator? Because yourself says, oh yes, you were great. How did I communicate? How did I leave my audience? How did I leave my guests? How did I feel at the end of my day? See, these are what I want to call the magic keys of life. Magic keys. Now, they're not magic, like you wave a wand and they happen, but they're guidance factors that can make the difference of whether you head down a successful path or whether you take a detour that leads you further away from the promises you want to achieve for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, a pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic Saturday evening as we kicked off Understand the Keys to Your Journey, which is going to be a very interesting and wild week. I can't wait to continue this on and to speak with some of our great guests. I hope you have a fascinating rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on another Inspirations for Your Life show. But remember to go to believemeachieve.com or scan that QR code and go ahead and follow me on TikTok. We really want to get that count above 1,000 so we can start streaming directly. Have yourself a fantastic evening, everyone. And remember, the keys to your journey are what you need to figure out to become successful. Have a great night, everyone.